2 weeks, and then they said he no longer met criteria for that level of care, that he was not acute anymore, but that he did not need, he didn't meet the criteria for in-home services either. And at that point, he hadn't eaten any solid food yet. He was a huge risk for falls because they had actually had to remove part of his skull, so he just had the flap. And I was going every day, and he was in physical therapy, occupational therapy, and speech. And I was going every day and sitting in on those sessions so I would be able to support him. But I didn't think I was going to be the one actually delivering the services. So they said that there was waiting lists for him to get outpatient. And that's where my case management experience kicked in, because I wasn't settling for that. He's not coming home unless he has the services that he needs, and I don't care what that takes. And if I have to call the insurance company myself, I will. But at that time, I didn't actually feel like it was necessarily insurance that was the issue. But there are a lack of providers for physical therapy, speech, and OT. I mean, there just are. There's not enough of them. It covered everything. And I knew that there were options and that things could be negotiated. And I also know the whole thing about not acute enough, but not. So I really just stood my ground. And while I realized I'm not a medical person, I know my husband better than anybody. So I knew I couldn't provide everything he needed. And the idea that if he didn't keep going, he would regress was real. I mean, I was looking stuff up. They got him in-home services. It was his case manager, but it's because I really was having a fit. And then I called the insurance company myself, and they were fine. And then I made calls on my own in my community looking for the services that he would need. I did realize there was a waiting list, but my issue was I would have called day one then. I would have started 2 weeks ago if I'd known, because the waiting list was 3 to 4 weeks.